How's it going, my bones? It's your favorite neighborhood pirate wolf boy, SilverDFanng, saying, how's it going? More YouTube reaction videos. This one is Every Personal Identity Spectrum by the Evaluator. This one is a long one, but this one was so educational for me. I watched it with Kinnie, and I watched it with Mango, and I think we all learned some stuff. We didn't agree 100% with how Evaluator did it, but for the most part, we felt like it's pretty true, and we felt pretty educated. So enjoy the deep search into genders, sexualities, and everything in between. Bye. Okay, so chat, this is by the Evaluator. He does content like this where he breaks down things that you might not know. I watched his video on what actually each political
my
thing
question
means.
my question is, because I feel, is it bad that I have like a really really weird feeling that this is also like one of those like pushed out like multiple like slop videos?
This was made 9 months ago.
Okay, but I mean like the channel itself. Go lay, turn it down.
273
Bubonic
videos.
plague, Black Death.
Oldest a year ago.
A year.
273 videos in a year, which is doable, especially in the style he's doing it.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like fully like made with intent of like actual content.
I mean, again, I watched his generation, and it seemed okay.
Okay.
We will see. Chat, you tell me if this is slop. I don't know. Turns out I don't know what slop tubing is anymore. It's morphed into some other beast.
Demisexual. So, you're at a concert and everyone around you is swooning over the lead singer. But instead of instantly melting at the sight of their perfectly untidy hair and rock star swagger, you're more like, let's see if they can hold a conversation first. Not only that, but you also need to form a very strong emotional bond before you can even feel a flicker of sexual attraction. You act like this because you are demisexual.
That
you
seems
would
so
not
far
experience
accurate.
immediate sexual attraction.
Yeah,
based on looks
demisexual
alone.
is
For
about
you to
making
even
a
like
bond
the
first
person, you have to
before
form
you
a
want to
strong
like gay.
emotional bond first. Attraction would only start to kick in after you've learned their favorite color, love for dogs, and
It's literally they can't. They're not horny by the look of you. They're horny by you.
Yes, that's what it would be
if
like.
Pineapple on pizza should be a
It's why a lot of people think they're demisexual, because they deflate. Oh, I like someone more when I get to know them with. Oh, I have no attraction until I get to know. You're attracted to this person. You just are more attracted because now you know them as a person. That's just a relationship.
That's just a normal relationship.
punishable crime. To you, it's the inside and personality that truly counts. Basically, your heart has to send your hormones a formal invitation before the love party can start.
I don't know why I'm saying yep like I'm a demisexual. No, I get horny.
Gray sexual.
Yeah, you get horny at
you
people.
met this really cute guy at a party 2 weeks ago, and you guys hit it off. It feels like you've known him all your life, and honestly, he just checks all your mental boxes because of how much you both have in common. However, one day he suddenly starts ghosting you for no apparent reason, and then he comes back and tells you that he doesn't feel the attraction anymore, and you can't seem to know what went wrong. The truth is, you are not the problem at all. Rather, he is gray sexual. That probably sounds like an excuse to be a bad person, but gray sexuality is actually a very valid sexual orientation. For gray sexuals, sexual attraction isn't as frequent or intense as it might be for others. It's like having a favorite song, but only feeling like listening to it once in a while.
I have never heard the term gray sexual. So
it's from what I'm seeing on Wikipedia, it is a part of the asexual spectrum and also associated with demisexuality as well. but it's basically, from what I'm seeing, it's that it's defined as limited amounts of sexual attraction that can vary in intensity.
I'm not saying that there aren't, like, that's not a real thing. It's just, that feels like, that just
it feels really, like, not real. I get it.
Well, it feels like that's just, like, a relationship. Like, there's a reason why there's a term called the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Again,
and I mean,
if you see yourself as gray sexual, okay. It's just in my head, I'm like, I feel like that's just a relationship.
Yeah, but I mean, people want labels on things that they want to know.
True.
Or want to, like, identify themselves with, because it's easier to just say, hey, I'm this, rather than, hey, I kind of feel like this, but also like this, and then there's a little bit of this in there, and then I don't want to do this, but, like, you know, yeah.
If you call yourself a gray sexual, you need to work on you need to work with HR, because that name does not sound well. Oh, where are you? Oh, I'm a gray sexual. It's like, oh no. Just also how it's spelled. It's like, are you calling yourself gay but with a little bit more edge?
Honestly, I feel like they should have used gray asexuality, because it's more of an asexual thing, rather than just gray sexual, because it's just one of its names.
What are you? Oh, I'm a gray asexual.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a gray A.
Rather than
yeah, no, that's
repeat
also
every
referred
day.
to it
They
as
might
well, gray
experience
A,
attraction now
gray
and
A's.
then or under particular situations, but it's not a constant in their lives. It's more like a sprinkle of seasoning rather than the main course. It's not about being uninterested in relationships or connections, it's just that the sexual aspect isn't always in the spotlight. Think of it like this. While others might dive headfirst into a pool, gray sexuals might dip a toe in and decide to chill by the poolside instead. Bisexual. So, when you open your Spotify account to listen to music, there are normally different playlists to match your mood and how you feel. Sometimes you might want to play very sad songs and cry, and other times it might just be hip-hop and dance. This is basically what bisexuality is, except
I don't disagree with that terminology, but I love oh, I'm sad today. I guess I want a dick.
I guess.
No, what he's saying is right. It's just, it's so...
No, I think he could have used better from crying to, like, hip-hop. More like, oh, you want to listen to, like, sad music, but then the next day you want to listen to, like, hip-hop. Rather than, like, the crying thing.
Chat, when I'm happy, I feel like boobs. But when shit's rough, I just need a good dick.
I need a good cock.
Oh my god.
Hello there, Betty.
One second.
Oh.
God damn.
except your sexual attraction is the playlist. It's like having a love for both chocolate and vanilla.
I was about to make this because everyone
that was probably a better one to say.
Everyone that describes bisexual, they do the whole vanilla chocolate. You just like both. It's like, it's so weird and lame.
You don't have to pick just one. You would experience romantic or sexual attraction to more than one gender. But this doesn't mean you're always attracted to both genders equally or at the same time. You might find yourself drawn to a man one day and a woman the next, or be equally attracted to people of any gender. It's like going to a buffet where you enjoy a little bit of everything. The variety is what makes it interesting. The attraction is fluid and can change.
Because when he's saying that he wants that it's about a little bit of everything, that's not really entirely correct, I'd say.
Okay.
Because I in my opinion, I'd say that the bisexual like umbrella. I know it definitely relates closely to, pansexual and like anything else. But the reason pansexual exists is that you don't care about gender, you want personality. Maybe looks. Looks and personality would be the both of it, but it doesn't matter what gender they are. They could be an attack helicopter and I'd be like, "Oh, wow, that's hot." What's her personality like?
Okay. I see where you're getting at. That is more.
And like I do get the idea though. Hi, Mango. Hi.
Hi, Mango.
Jumpstart
We're
off.
talking about sexualities.
But I don't know. I don't really get it's a little taste of everything when the a little taste of everything would be more related to pansexuals. Because it doesn't matter what it is. You just want something.
Yeah, that's what my chatter is saying. Well, my friend Zachy is saying. I would differ. That's more pansexual.
Yeah. But like the thing about the ice cream, despite it being used a lot, it's kind of mostly correct.
Yeah,
Pansexuals, they'll be like, "Oh, I want all the ice cream. Give me any."
I got money. Give me 3 scoops, 3 colors.
Yeah, give me 5 different scoops of 5 different ice creams, 5 different toppings, 55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 fries.
I'm over here. Oh, I'm too broke. Okay, I'll stick with one gender.
Only green sprinkles on the vanilla.
Over time, but it's always genuine. Scoliosexual.
I'm sorry.
I've never heard of this one. Hold on, let me look it up.
I'm sorry. Is this
Before we get into it,
is this you're attracted to weird backs? Like, because when I
Hold
see
on.
scolio, I think scoliosis.
WebMD. Oh my god.
Okay, so let's hear what he says,
Okay,
but
hold
you
on.
have it up.
So, yeah, I have WebMD up as well.
I thought it was about the choice, like bi, I'm attracted to more than one specific gender, but pan is I am attracted to different genders, but it's not the main attraction point.
Yeah, that makes a sense.
Zachy, did I ever tell you that, I don't know if my mom still believes this, but for most of her life, she believed that bisexuals were lying. And she thought that they were gay people that just didn't want to commit.
Well, yeah, I agree with the.
Yeah, my mom told me that like
I'm
a
attracted
decade
to
ago.
different genders. I only say that gender is like the lesser point, is what I'm saying. I don't mean gender can't be like an entire difference of it, because it's not. It's just a point there. It's just not the main point, like with bisexuality,
That's
which
fair.
is about 2 binary genders, from what I know. I don't know if there's more to that other than what I know.
That might be gender number 17 we follow. That might be what scoliosexual is.
Scoliosexuality is like the rebellious
scoliosexual
teenager of sexual orientation. If you
it's
are
actually very
scoliosexual, then
interesting.
you would be attracted to people who don't fit within the traditional binary understanding of gender. This simply means you'll be into
like,
those who are
transgender
non-binary,
people or
gender
non-binary
queer, gender
people.
fluid, or anyone else.
Okay.
Basically, anybody that falls under the transgender or non-binary flag or umbrella. There we go.
So, this is where I have to ask. Is it possible to have multiple sexualities?
Yes,
Because
I'd say so.
I feel like unless you are very into specifically transgender, non-binary, I feel like this has to be like one of your sexualities.
Yeah.
Because because of how small non-binary and trans is, that feels a little bit like more of a kink than a sexuality if you're only focused.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up as well, because I was about to be like, there are a good amount of people who do fetishize these kinds of people, and I don't like that.
Yeah. I'm not saying scoliosexuals don't, it's not genuine. I'm saying if you're only scoliosexual,
Just because they are this kind of person,
that might
or
be a kink.
they're not cisgender.
That might be a
kinda
fetish,
weird.
and that's bad. Don't fetish.
I think that's
Don't-
kind of weird.
Don't fetishize trans people. Love them for who they are.
Or non-binary people, don't fetishize either.
Yeah, those people too.
Else who identifies outside the strictly male or female categories. To you, attraction is tied to gender diversity. It's not just about whether someone is male or female, but rather about being drawn to the unique ways people
I love the idea. Yeah, I'm attracted to people that keep making me guess what they are. I
made a bunch of people guess what I am, and they're like,
I'm attracted to the mystery.
attracted to the mystery.
express their gender outside the binary. Think of it as being attracted to every single color on the spectrum because there is always something beautiful and intriguing in the unexpected. The thing is, many scoliosexuals are attracted to the creative expression of gender, and their sexual drive is driven when they see people who express and appreciate the full spectrum of gender expression. Asexual. So let's say you go to an all-you-can-eat buffet, and while everyone else is piling their plates high, you're just not that hungry. You might appreciate the food, you might even enjoy the atmosphere, but you don't feel the need to dig in. This is exactly how it is for asexual, but instead of food, it's sexual attraction they literally have no appetite for. If you are asexual, then sexual attraction isn't the driving point in your life. You might still experience romantic attraction, like wanting to date or cuddle, but the desire for sexual activity isn't there. It's like being interested in the plot of a romance movie, but not particularly caring about the steamy scenes. Although many...
So this is one that I do know more about, and so that is pretty accurate.
That is pretty accurate, yes.
It sucks when people are like, oh, you're asexual, so you just don't like people. It's like, no, motherfucker. It really is just they're not into the instinct of sex or that kind of hormonal attraction. They still fall in love. I have friends that are asexual. They are in committed relationships.
Yes, they are. Just because they don't want sex, basically, doesn't mean they don't want to be romantic.
And also doesn't mean that they're not loving.
Exactly.
I think that people assume it's like, oh, so they just don't show love. It's like, no, they show love. It's just not in a hormonal way.
Oh, I want to fuck you kind of way.
Yeah, it's not in a hormonal way.
Many people believe asexuals are just celibate. The truth is, they are actually not just abstaining from sex because they want to, they simply don't feel sexual attraction. And while they might not be interested in the sexual side of things, love, connection, and companionship are definitely on the table. Pansexual. Pansexuality is a sexual orientation where a person is attracted to others regardless of their gender. It's like saying, I'm attracted to people, not parts. Pansexuals see love and attraction as something that transcends traditional gender boundaries because what matters to them is the person inside, not their gender identity or expression. Now, an interesting fact is that pansexuality comes from the Greek word pan, meaning all, which simply means that pansexuals have the potential to be attracted to people of all genders. Whether someone is male, female, non-binary, genderqueer, or anywhere else on the gender spectrum, a pansexual person could be attracted to them. They are basically equal opportunity lovers. Pansexuals are not confused, but very inclusive to all genders. However, this doesn't mean they do not have preferences, just like anyone else. They don't find every single person attractive, they're just open to attraction to people of any gender. It's like being open to try any dish at a restaurant, but still having your favorite flavors. Nothing is off the table. Homosexual. Homosexuality is
the
when
worst sexuality.
The worst. Homosexual.
Love you guys.
someone is
Love you.
I'm in the
romantically
fucking
or
parking
sexually
garage. I'm waiting
attracted to
for my
people
mom to
of
pick
the
me up.
same
This
gender.
whole
For men,
bus.
this is
Better
often
pick you up
referred to as
faster, I
being
swear to
gay,
God.
and for women, it's often called being lesbian. It's like liking sugar and loving only people that like sugar. So if you're a guy who likes guys or a girl who likes girls, that's homosexuality in a nutshell. Unlike what some people tend to
right.
believe, being homosexual is not just a phase or something you can snap out of. It's an integral
It is
part
not.
of who they are, like having a favorite color or food. And although you may evolve,
Yes.
it's still not
Yes.
a temporary thing. So whether
Like
it's
being
dating, getting
transgender,
married, or
it's
starting
not
a family,
phase.
homosexual relationships are built on the same principles as any other: trust, communication, and mutual respect. Androsexual. Now, this group of people...
Okay, wait. Now I'm kind of curious about what androsexual is. I feel like I've seen it before.
$5 on
Hold on.
RoboSex. $5 on RoboSex.
It's not robosex.
It's never RoboSex.
I need to know the name. I need to know the name. I need to know.
It is people who are attracted to anyone with masculine qualities regardless of their gender or sexual orientation. So basically, they could be attracted to butch or masculine lesbians.
Oh shit!
Okay.
I might actually be finding a new term of my sexuality because I'm the opposite of that.
So you like feminine-looking people despite their gender or orientation?
Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
But this is androsexual. This is about masculine.
Yeah. I'm saying that if this exists, the opposite exists. We might find a new sexual word for silver.
Oh, there's somebody searched up opposite.
Are majorly attracted to anything that
We'll
exudes masculinity.
get to that.
If you are androsexual, your sexual radar will ping whenever you encounter someone who exudes that masculine energy. This could mean physical characteristics like a chiseled jawline or a deep voice, but it could also be about the way someone carries themselves, their confidence, or their traditional masculine qualities like strength or assertiveness. So whether they're rocking a beard that could house a small family of birds, or they just fixed your leaky sink with one hand while holding a puppy in the other. If you're finding yourself drawn to that, then that's your jam. But here's the twist. You are not limited to being attracted to just men. You are basically drawn to anyone who embodies masculinity, whether they're male, female.
If you are a man or a woman attracted to Rhea Ripley, you might be an androsexual. And I don't disagree with you.
Female, non-binary, or anything in between. Gynosexual. Picture this. You're at an art gallery, but instead of paintings,
here's the other one.
exhibit is all about femininity. That's basically what goes on in a gynosexual person's mind 24/7. They are totally attracted to femininity and everything that has to do with feminine energy. For example, you see someone with a soft, graceful vibe, and your heart does a little happy dance. It's like having a radar that goes ding whenever someone brings that feminine energy, whether they're a woman, a man with a feminine side, or someone who's non-binary. For gynosexuals, it's all about those feminine traits. Maybe it's the way someone smiles sweetly, the elegance in their movements, or even the way they style their hair with that perfect swoop. Sapiosexual.
Okay, I might be
What the fuck is
gynosexual.
sapiosexual?
I might be gynosexual, but I'm going to be honest, I don't want to be called gynosexual.
Sapiosexual.
I hate that name.
Sapiosexual. Oh, okay, I get it now.
Okay, what is it?
Have you ever met someone that you found insanely attractive, but the minute you have a conversation with them, you are instantly turned off because they don't sound very smart? If you find yourself in a similar situation, you are sapiosexual. Intelligence is your ultimate aphrodisiac, and a stimulating conversation is basically foreplay. You basically have a crush on someone's mind instead of their abs, and a big brain is way hotter than big biceps.
Isn't this just like a trait that you're really into?
The thing about it is that it does exist.
Okay.
Because there's a thing in the dictionary for it on Google. Very weird.
I would like to know a person that sees themselves as sapiosexual, because I have a feeling if I don't know, like this one's a harder one to convince me.
Well, I'm only saying this because it's literally all you got to do is just say something smart. They'd probably fall over for you head to the knees.
Yeah, I don't know.
Finding intelligence sexually attractive or arousing.
This guy even like his example was
the opposite.
The example he gave was like,
is that idiot sexual?
Have you met someone attractive, but when they spoke, like that feels like a trait, not a sexuality. Also, it's called himboism.
Oh, it's morosexual.
Oh, I like himbo. I like himbosexual.
No, because himbos are a specific kind of guy, you know.
Look, I met some himbo women.
Well, yeah, I meant guy because it's himbo. Whenever I hear himbo, I think of the guy version.
Oh well. Himbo is slang for bimbo, so, yeah.
See a six-pack, it skips uncontrollably when they drop some fascinating knowledge bomb or solve a tricky problem like it's nothing. For sapiosexuals, the brain is the sexiest organ, and immediately when someone starts talking about philosophy, literature, or science, you are suddenly head over heels. They're passionately sexuals. So if you get a restaurant to order a battle of wits, you might just win their hearts.
Look, we don't care about brains here.
Sexual. You go to a restaurant to order food and you are served exactly what you want, which is a chicken burger with large fries and ketchup. No changes or mixture added. This is essentially what being heterosexual is like. You're a guy who's into girls or a girl who's into guys. Basically, if you're a magnet that is positively charged, then you're naturally drawn to something with a negative charge. It's the classic opposites attract scenario where men are attracted to women and women are attracted to men. While heterosexuality, also known as being straight, is pretty common, it's important to remember that there's no default when it comes to sexual orientation. Being straight is just one of many ways people can experience attraction. It's like saying vanilla is the default ice cream flavor. Meanwhile, there are tons of other delicious options to explore. Lithsexual. So, when most people feel an insane amount of attraction towards someone, they always try to pursue a relationship and maybe want the person they find attractive to like them back. However, people who are lithsexual would literally run in the opposite direction as soon as they see that the person they like likes them too. This is because you're...
This is called a commitment issue.
Hold on. I mean, yeah, that is a little weird.
Oh, sorry. I didn't ignore you because I'm afraid of a genuine relationship. It's because I'm actually sexually attracted to running away.
Describes a sexual orientation in which an individual feels romantic attraction to others, but may not have a need for their affection to be reciprocated or may not have a need to engage in a relationship with that person.
Stalker?
I guess, but also kind of like you want to do something like what I'm thinking in my head is that when you like if your like love language is gift giving, you wouldn't want anything in return from them because maybe you'd feel bad. That could be it. Okay. Or like you just don't see the need of like them giving you something back and be like this is great and all, but you did not have to do this.
Okay.
Kind of.
So far there's two that I don't think are sexualities but traits, but okay. Also, yeah, I do like that lithosexual's flag is candy corn.
It is kind of cool. I do like the candy corn vibe. Candy corn. I love candy corn, actually.
But you're not really into the idea of them liking you back.
I want more
it's like
fucking
having
candy
a crush,
corn.
but without the butterflies at the thought of holding hands or sharing a milkshake. Imagine being a fan of someone from afar, loving the view from the bleachers, but not really wanting to join them on the field. You enjoy the feeling.
That's a celebrity crush.
Loving the view across the park. They don't know it.
Relationships can also be a bit weird and different.
My love spot is the bush across the road.
Some call it stalking, I say walking.
You get caught, sir. I'm a lithosexual, not a stalker. Respect my gender.
We do this consensually.
If you are a lithsexual, because you might enjoy someone's company, find them attractive, and even enjoy flirting. But once things start getting reciprocated, your interest might fade, and that's just going to be a bit uncomfortable for the other person. The truth is, you're not rejecting the person, it's more about keeping the feelings in a space that's comfortable for you, which is more about companionship and connection rather than mutual romantic or sexual attraction. Reciprosexual. So you're at a party and someone catches your eye. You don't think much of it at first, but then they come over and start chatting with you. And suddenly your brain goes, well, maybe they are kind of cute. This is simply because you are reciprosexual.
I kind of want to... Hold on.
Hey, I think you're cute. A compliment. I like you.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting something up. I'm not looking at a fandom wiki, dude.
This is just Cole being desperate.
Okay. Reprosexual or repisexual is a sexual orientation on the asexual spectrum, meaning someone who does not experience sexual attraction unless they know... Oh, wait. The fuck? This is also demisexual, kind of.
Hey, let me pay the bill. I like you.
Hold on. I'm checking this, bro.
Fuck.
I know this is.
Johnson, I don't know
What is okay?
if they're lying, but I feel like they're trying to feel different.
Oh wait! I just found a better thing. Okay, reciprosexual is a sexual orientation on the asexual spectrum. Their identity can be defined as someone who does not experience sexual attraction unless they are sure the other person is sexually attracted to them first.
That sounds like someone that doesn't want to put themselves out there.
Which maybe is what it is. I don't know.
That just seems like someone that doesn't want to be... They might actually have a fear of rejection.
That might be it.
Look, I don't want to, like you unless you like me back.
I don't want to like you sexually until I like you back.
And your attraction to another person turns on like a light switch, but only when someone else flips it first. Basically, you only feel attracted to someone if they're already showing interest in you first. You might not even have any romantic or sexual feelings for someone at first, but the moment they start showing interest in you, suddenly you're like, oh wait, maybe I do like them. It's like your heart is on standby mode and it only wakes up when it gets a signal from someone else. It's like playing a game of ping pong. You only serve up those romantic feelings after they've served first. However, unlike the popular misconceptions that reciprosexuals are just indecisive or playing hard to get, it's actually all about the way attraction works for them. The interest is genuine, but it just needs a little nudge to get started. It's like needing a spark to light the fire rather than the fire starting on its own. While love and sexual orientation come in different forms and flavors, the only place you can stay updated with fun, exciting information is on our Discord. Everybody should do and have for themselves.
Okay, pause this
and care are
because I feel like I already know what this means. Let's pause here really quick.
Is this attracted to robots?
No, actually, this is not the attraction to robots. I'm pretty sure. I should say I'm pretty sure, but I'm checking right now. It means to be attracted to themselves.
So narcissists.
Basically, they may want to prefer masturbation over sex.
Narcissists.
Maybe not narcissist. Because not all narcissists are stereotypical narcissists.
Ironically, narcissist, where the word comes from, probably would be an autosexual.
Exactly.
Basically, the first thing everybody should do and have for themselves, well, you don't need to say much to someone who is autosexual. This is because they take the whole self-love train to a whole new level. Autosexuals are physically incapable of loving anyone aside from themselves. It's like being your own biggest fan.
Okay. In a Pride Parade where everyone has their flags and showing off who they are, I would love the one dude with the autosexual flag, and it's just him in a mirror staring at the mirror.
But in a way that goes beyond just self-love. It's not just about liking what you see in the mirror, it's about finding yourself genuinely attractive in a way that might be more intense than how you feel about others. You're basically the star and Prince Charming in your own romantic movie. Now, most people think that autosexuals are just seriously self-absorbed and overconfident individuals, but the truth is that they simply do not just love anyone apart from themselves.
Incoming
at
ad
least
break.
in the emotional/sexual way. However, while you might have a strong attraction to yourself, you can still enjoy relationships with others. It's like loving pizza, but also appreciating a good salad. There's room for both. Autosexuality just...
Honey, I respect you, but you will never have my love like I have my love.
Bessie, I appreciate you coming out to me, but I love myself and only myself.
You will always be number 2, and I will
You're
be
good and
number
all,
1.
but you'll never be me.
Oh, God.
means that the relationship with yourself is particularly important and should therefore have the master bedroom in your heart.
Masturbation.
Objective sexual. So
Okay, let's stop here immediately.
Before we
They
bring
know me
this up.
so well.
So, when I posted this in submissions, right away, Kinnie was like, I don't think this is the right terminology. This was a big reason why I wanted to watch it with Kinnie specifically.
Because specifically when it comes to objectum in particular, there is also a paraphilia that comes to it, which is objectophilia. Now, the point of the paraphilia being brought up is that the paraphilia, like in general, is seen as bad because there are a lot of weird paraphilias out there, you know, like with children and shit.
Yes.
But I will be honest, this is definitely the most harmless, in my opinion. In my opinion, I should say. Because these are normal items most of the time. It could be stuffed animals, yeah, sure, but it could also be a car, a desk,
The Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower, yeah.
There is a woman that, quote unquote, married the Eiffel Tower.
Yes, that is very much true. Articles of clothing as well. So really, like, it's very interesting with the idea. Now, there is a thing with the paraphilic disorder being with the difference with the two, but it's kind of like it's oddly mixed. And even then, it shouldn't be like it shouldn't be like bad in the sense because it's really less than normal to do anything.
Beat it. Beat the child.
I mean, I could do the same with this guy right here.
So let's see what he describes object sexual as.
You took a trip to Bora
Stop
Bora and
accusing
visited the Arts
her!
and Crafts Museum. There, you see so
Look at my
many
camera,
beautiful,
I'm not
unique,
looking at my camera.
cultural
I'm just
pieces
gonna
of
glare at my wall
furniture,
over and over
beads, and handcrafted baskets, and you are immediately turned on. Yes, you heard it right. You are practically getting the hots for a few pieces of furniture, and this happens because you are
JD
objectum
Vance.
sexual. You only feel romantic or sexual attraction toward
I got the
objects
chance to-
instead of people. Imagine being
I got
head
the
over
chance to
heels
see
for a
them.
bridge, a building, or even a piece of art. It's not just about liking
You knocked
these
up a
objects.
building,
It's about
Bob?
forming deep
It
emotional
was just a
bonds with
little
them,
A bit more
like
workout.
with a partner. You
The
find yourself
only thing with the objectophilia, like the philia part in particular, is that it's unhealthy. Where you are dependent on these things for your mental survival.
Oh,
It is not good.
okay.
Again, I just did extra research. That is my bad. Misinforming. But
I can't believe
it's
it.
still conflated with objectum in general because of, because it's objects. And people may think it weird as like, oh, I really like stuffed animals. Some of them, like, give me the hot. And they're like,
True.
that's weird, dude.
Okay. Okay.
But it's like, I mean, it's a doll.
That's
As long as it's not, like, I guess, a child character, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, I can
Maybe
understand that.
That's
Well, like,
just
if it's like a
bad.
blanket or like a pillow, a bed, to
Yeah,
date
yeah.
everything. Date everything, guys. Come on.
I'm going.
Yeah. Date everything was a psyop to make everyone object sexual.
Objectum, not object sexual.
Objectum sexual.
They're more than
It
that.
would be objectum
You're fucking mean.
sexuality, not really objectum sexual. The best known term is objectum, which is objectum, basically. It's just objectum. You like
Objectum!
object.
I disagree. Sorry.
Okay. No,
drawn to shapes, texture, history, or
Still
even the
no point.
perceived personality of
They're
an
out
object. Your soulmate might even be the 6-story building with a white picket fence and garden. Well, love comes in different forms and flavors. Aromantic.
Yes.
Arrow. So your cousin was getting married,
Hey,
and
Robert.
after months of preparation and being a bridezilla, the D-Day has finally arrived. The happy couples are saying their vows, people are crying, love songs are playing, and everyone's feeling the romance.
Okay.
Except you. Instead, you're busy admiring the floral arrangements, checking out the buffet, and wondering why everyone else is crying their eyes out. This
This
is
is
basically
me.
how people who identify as aromantic feel when they see everybody else
Aromantic,
catching
okay.
feelings.
Yeah.
Being
And
aromantic
then that's
means
what
you experience little to no romantic.
sexual
So-
attraction or romantic
so-
attraction.
So I know aromantic, but when he pronounced it as aromantic, I'm like, that doesn't seem right. But yeah, aromantic, yeah.
The flag immediately was like, oh, okay, so it's aromantic. Okay.
Pretty much, it's like asexual except no romance.
No romance. Sex.
Yep.
Aromatic is like very smelly.
Romantic attraction towards others. To them, big romantic gestures seem as baffling as advanced calculus. And while other people talk about how they get butterflies in their stomach when they have a crush, the idea of romance gives you as much thrill as your tax return. Now, it's not like arrows can't have friendships, family bonds, or even relationships. It's just that they don't feel that extra layer of romantic love that makes people swoon, write sonnets, or plan candlelit dinners. To arrows, love can be platonic after all. Demi-romantic. For the past 3 months, you've been steadily talking to this guy you met on Instagram. You guys share memes, laugh at jokes, and literally fall asleep talking to yourselves. But the thing is, there's been no conversation about a romantic relationship. Just two people having great fun and conversation. However, you both decide to finally meet physically and know if the vibes are actually authentic. And the minute you see him, you're suddenly hit with a strange, fluttery feeling that you've never felt before. This sudden intense attraction is happening because you are demi-romantic, and you typically don't experience romantic attractions until you've developed a close emotional bond with someone. It's like needing the friendship appetizer before even thinking about the romance main course. For demi-romantics, there's absolutely nothing like love at first sight, because for them, romance takes time, patience, and a solid connection. So it's more like love at the thousands.
Wouldn't a demi-romantic and a demisexual be the same thing?
Technically, no, because demisexual is more about sexual attraction, while demi-romantic is about the romantic attraction.
But it both comes down to being attracted to a specific person because you get to know them.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And I feel like one goes into the other.
Welcome, Foolesque.
It's really about the person who wants to label as what they like more. Like
I've returned.
I'd say more. It's more of like a preference thing.
Ow.
Hi, welcome back.
Hi.
Hi, Mango. Mwah.
Hi, fool. Silver what do tomola la.
What? You might start
I
as
don't know.
friends, acquaintances, or co-workers, but romance is off limits until you feel really close to someone. This might affect other people in their lives because it may seem like their feelings are not being reciprocated, but that is totally not the case. Demi-romantics are just more into slow burn and
1 second. Chatter said that they can't hear you over the video.
Zam.
No!
Hear me! I am evil.
I mean, luckily, when you guys are mostly talking, I paused the video, so.
I
Gabagool.
am evil law by
My
name is Rita, but I am evil.
There. Okay.
deep connections than a fleeting, exciting crush. And because of this depth, a demi-romantic falling in love is about as common as spotting a unicorn.
I raised
but
my audio.
Just as special. Lith romantic or a koi romantic. Picture being a spectator at a sports game, cheering on your favorite team from the stand.
Okay, can I skip the ones that are just the romantic version of the sexual
You
ones?
can skip the ones you don't want to learn about. It's okay.
No.
It's a learning experience. We're not going to bore you like my English
I'm not
teacher.
trying to be rude when I say that.
No.
If you genuinely don't, if your opinion is genuinely that you don't really get the idea of these, like not in a mean way, it's perfectly fine to not care.
No,
like genuinely.
Yeah.
No, what I mean is, like, we've already read lithosexual, so we already have the idea of what the lithro part is. It's just like, it feels like, okay, the mantic part is what we just said about the sexual, but romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of where these places get you.
Aromantic, every romantic spectrum identity. What was it? 1 second. Left romantic. Okay, this is a new one.
Okay.
Imagine this, your happy spark. Koi romantic or WTF
Luigi.
romantic.
What? What? WTF romantic? Okay, I need to know.
Imagine this. You're having a very interesting conversation with your friend in school about romance, and someone asks who your crush is. Now you're just sitting there wondering what the F a crush even means, because to you, romance feels as mystifying as a tax form written in hieroglyphics.
I mean,
this
it
is what
does
it means
exist.
to be coy romantic, aka WTF romantic, where you're stuck asking
Not
the eternal
personally
question,
helpful.
what even is romance anyway? You see, being coy romantic means you either don't experience romantic attraction, or you find it nearly impossible to tell the difference between romantic and platonic feelings. Romance is confusing, ambiguous, or simply doesn't seem to apply to you. And even when you try to ask questions about it and someone says, you'll just know when you're in love, the chances are you would probably want to pull your hair out because you really wouldn't know. And that's the whole issue. For coy romantics, romance might feel like trying to understand an inside joke you weren't around for. It's so confusing, and you really don't see what all the fuss is about. Recipro-romantic. When the word recipro is...
We can move past this one.
Shit.
Yeah. No, we
I don't
already
really get it.
we already talked about reciprosexual. I just hate that.
Yeah.
I just hate recipro-romantic. It feels like a tongue twister.
It does.
The objects.
We're not going back to object again, darling.
Why?
Not again.
Fuck.
You okay there, Octavia?
I'm
I put
banging
the
my
dog and I
chair
did not, and
again.
I'm stabbing chest flush. Die. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. So, Cupro,
We're all healthy here.
Cupio romantic.
engaged. Cupio romantic. So you went to the movie theater to see the new romance movie everyone seems to be talking about. The main
Minecraft
characters
movie.
are going all out for
That's
themselves
romance.
and love, going on cute dates, sharing inside jokes, and even dancing under the stars. Now, anyone who loves the idea of romance would do something like that in their life. However, if you are Cupio...
This basically means that you do not experience romantic attraction, but you desire a romantic relationship. That is what it is.
Oh, fuck.
It's wanted to be wooed, but the idea of woo.
Yeah.
or romantic, yours would come with a little twist. Basically, you'd enjoy doing romantic things like going on picnics and dancing under the stars, but you don't actually feel any sort of...
Oh shit! Every loving deep space girly that went on a picnic to celebrate Cyrus's birthday. You're Cubio romantic.
of love towards anyone. You simply don't experience romantic attraction, but you still want a romantic relationship just because of all the activities that you can do in them. To put it simply, you like the idea of falling in love, but do not want to fall in love with anyone. Now, while this...
Not gonna lie, that's why I stream. I want to do cool things, and streaming gives me the opportunity to meet up with people.
Yeah, but are you cool?
I think I am.
This might sound a little confusing. It's just like
I'm proud of
the
you.
idea
Yay!
of going on a road trip, even if you're not sure you have a destination. The vibe of romance is appealing. You just don't need the attraction. It's like you're in the romance world as an observer, loving the charm and the companionship, but leaving the crushes and butterflies
And
to
we're
everyone
back
else.
into
You're
the
basically
bush.
more interested in the partnership and companionship aspects rather than the intense love-struck phase.
Why are so many of these sexual romantics is you in the bush across the street looking at me?
Because
Fuck.
I guess.
Good.
No.
For me. I'm fine.
Octavia, focus. Focus, Octavia.
Yeah, I get it.
It's about people that literally aren't me, so I wouldn't know.
Experiences and creating
She's
memories.
interested.
Hooray, romantic. Picture this. You're out there living your best life, and suddenly you catch some romantic feelings for someone new. They're funny and interesting, and your heart skips that little bit. But the catch is that the spark starts to fizzle like soda left overnight as you get closer and more familiar. Yep, if you've ever experienced this, then you might be Frey romantic. Being Frey romantic means you would and can feel romantic attractions towards someone initially, especially if they're new or mysterious.
Isn't that just the honeymoon phase? Isn't that just you
Silver,
find...
Silver, look, it's a tiny dog.
Yay, tiny dog.
My God.
Okay.
Oh my god, He's tiny dog.
Okay, but isn't Frey romantic just...
We're good. We're good.
Just like the first couple days were cool, but the more I get to know you, the less I'm attracted. Like, that just feels like the honeymoon phase.
Hold on.
Please.
I'm checking.
But as you get to know them better, that attraction tends to...
Oh, are you looking up Frey romantic?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Please, Pete, I need this.
Hold on a minute.
Good.
I just turned on your stream, Jax. Why you try not to
Okay.
laugh?
It's an orientation on the aromantic spectrum. It is defined as when someone experiences romantic attraction towards those that they are not deeply connected with, and lose attraction as they get to know the individuals. So basically, what I'm thinking is that you like a sugar daddy. Just
oh my God,
without
I finally
sex.
beat it. I finally beat this. I don't even know. Holy moly. Okay, you go on.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so...
Oh,
Yeah,
sweetie.
I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't help me. I get the idea.
to pack their bags and
Basically,
leave.
I don't
want to
know who you are.
Yeah.
Setting. If most people get more interested the closer they become, Frey romantics are basically the opposite. The deeper the bond, the less they feel romantically attached. However, it is not that there is something wrong with the person as you get closer. It's just that for you, romance doesn't tend to stick around once the mystery fades. Platono-romantic. Imagine...
Okay, I believe this actually can exist. It's just that name is a tongue twister. Platano-romantic.
Platono-romantic.
you're watching a
Me don't
classic
like that word.
rom-com,
Go like-
instead of falling head over
Go like-
heels into romantic love, you're just vibing with a deep friendship. In fact, that connection is exact.
Hey, Kenny, I planto-romantic. I platono-romantic you.
Sorry, I'm already in a relationship.
Oh no.
Aw, fuck, okay.
Exactly what you want. That deep best friend
just
bond
weird,
with some.
dude.
Hey, Mango, I'm also platonio-romantic with you.
I just got home, man.
Not a heart-throbbing
Get in bed,
romance.
darling.
Being platano-romantic means you feel an intense, loving
Darling.
connection with
Darling,
others
it's
that
back.
feels almost like
What?
romance, but without any actual
Oh,
romantic attraction.
back.
For you, it's all about the platonic side, and those strong
Whoa.
bonds can feel deeply satisfying
Does this
without
thing
ever
leave the
crossing
bed?
into
I've
crush
only seen it in
territory.
there like
you
a
might
mole.
even do things that look like date activities, going on long walks, sharing deep
Sorry, chat,
conversations,
they got
and
distracted
being
by
there for
Tiny
each other in
Dog.
tough times. But
Very
all
understandable.
with that sweet friendship energy. Think of it like having a soulmate, but not one you need to cuddle with or kiss. You might want to share your life with this person, but in a way,
Are you
that's
being cute?
Okay, I'm not platonio-romantic with either of you anymore.
all about platonic love and devotion, rather than the passion-driven romance that others might crave.
care,
However,
baby.
since platano-romantic relationships can be emotionally intense, the platano-romantic person might occasionally feel misunderstood by others who assume they're in a traditional romantic relationship. Friends, family, or even the person they're close to might misinterpret their connection as romantic, leading to confusion, awkwardness, or questions that the platano-romantic individual isn't necessarily prepared to answer. Idem-romantic. Idem-romantic is one of those identities that sounds like a superpower, but in reality, it's all about how a person experiences the lack of variation in a romantic attraction. It basically means that you experience romantic attraction in a very consistent and unchanging way. No roller coaster of emotions or fluctuating levels of romantic interest for you. Once you feel romantic attraction, it's more or less the same intensity no matter what. It is the opposite of on-again, off-again romantic attraction and is more like a set-it-and-forget-it deal. There's no ebb and flow.
I don't know if that needs its own title. Like, I believe it exists for sure. I don't know, man.
No hot and cold. It's like setting a thermostat on your feelings. The temperature doesn't fluctuate and remains at a steady, consistent
I
level.
never really
Basically, you're pretty
thought
much
of the
always going to
possibility,
feel
but,
that
like-
way at the same level until something significantly
Yeah,
changes.
Oh.
There's no,
It's-
I
it
like them
makes
one
sense,
day, I'm
but
not sure the next.
I don't
which can be
feel it needs a
relief
title.
for some people who just want consistency in their romantic
See you in a
lives.
bit, Zach.
However,
At least-
those who enjoy
least I know about
emotional
it now
highs and
from
lows in
a
romantic
title.
relationships might
But would you call yourself I damn romantic, or would you call yourself something else? Because that is the stronger opinion.
Fuck no, dude. We're learning right now.
Okay.
View the idem romantic person as emotionally distant because their feelings don't seem to...
Hi, I'm Mango. I'm bisexual, idem romantic.
Change or intensify. Very romantic. So let's say you woke up one day and
Literally,
feel totally
don't tell me
in
what
love
I am,
with
dude.
someone.
I wasn't actually saying you are that. I'm just
I
saying
was
we're
about to
learning.
say you immediately fucked up with bi.
I thought you called yourself bisexual.
You don't want that? Okay.
I think I actually have a clip of you calling yourself bi.
Okay.
You're talking about him to all your friends, gushing about how he makes you smile, and convinced you've met your soulmate. In fact, you're so crazy in love that you're heading over to his house every single day to cook, clean, and take care of him. But then after a week of doing this, you suddenly wake up one morning and everything you felt for this person has just vanished. You really don't like him at all anymore. In fact, your attractions might have completely switched to someone else entirely. This is essentially what it means to be varioromantic. Your romantic feelings are as fluid as water and can shift depending on the individual you're dealing with, their gender, your current circumstances, or other factors. It's kind of like a romantic mood swing with no set romantic direction or permanent attraction to any specific person for any specific period of time.
It's the
you
plot
could be
of
feeling
50
romantic
First
towards
Dates.
one person one week and then feel no romantic attraction at all the next, even if the person is still in your life. If you are varioromantic,
Should we
you
go
might
on a
notice that your
tangent for
romantic
what
feelings
50
are more
First
about the
Dates is?
individual
50 First Dates is an Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore movie where Drew Barrymore has a brain
You had
condition.
me at Adam.
Has a brain condition where every day she resets to a certain day of her life. Adam falls for her and tries to make her fall in love with him every day, and some days are different than others.
Oh.
And a consistent attraction to a certain type of person. You could be completely in love with a woman today, and tomorrow you're head over heels in love with an older man. Basically, you do not have a type. It's like having a taste for something different every time you go to a restaurant instead of sticking to one dish.
Very romantics just have a dartboard. They wake up. Who am I attracted to today? Whoop.
It's kind of like the idea of pansexuality, but you want to do something different all the time.
With my well-lubricated bingo wheel.
The very romantic big wheel. Spin, spin, spin. Who do I like today?
36.
However, the problem with this
you don't want to be attracted. You don't want to be attracted to 36.
Type of aromantic identity is that there is no consistency or steadiness in your romantic life, and this can cause a lot of problems for you and every single person you just fall in love with. Cade romantic. So, 6 years ago,
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he said cave romantic. I'm like, yeah, caveman sex.
Ooh.
almost walked down the aisle with the man of your dreams, your literal soulmate who understood and connected.
I'm holding on.
I'm gonna drag you back to
Cade
where I live.
romantic or cateromantic is a romantic orientation on the aromantic spectrum, defined as someone who feels that they were alloromantic at one point, but has been taken away or cut away from them due to past trauma. Now, alloromantic, also called zedromantic, is a term that describes individuals who are not in the aromantic spectrum. Historically, with asexual communities, the word romantic has also been used to describe alloro individuals. So basically, they didn't know that they were They didn't know that they were aromantic or asexual.
Okay.
They feel that it was cut away or taken away from them because of past trauma. So basically, they were like, okay, this is not fun anymore. I don't want to be like this.
So
they're coming at break.
Okay, I might be
this
wrong.
does not feel comfortable for me anymore.
So they're an asexual force into romantic feelings because they didn't understand what asexual was.
Yes, that's probably a better describer for it.
Okay, so
it's a micro label.
Sexual trauma.
Yes, basically, I'd say.
Okay.
connected with you in a way nobody could. However, 2 days before the wedding, he got into a ghastly car accident and died on the spot. Ever since then, you've not dated anyone else, and the idea of even being in a relationship is scarier than jumping into an ocean full of sharks. Basically, this is what being Cade romantic is.
They are very
and
small
it is
sharks,
very
though.
complex. You see, people who identify as
fight
Cade
'em.
romantic typically experience a form of romantic attraction, but there's a twist. They feel as though this attraction has been cut off or altered due to past trauma or significant emotional.
Okay, so it's not exactly what I was saying. It is, you did love someone, but that love was so strong when you lost that connection, you kind of lost the romantic feeling in general.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Events. Imagine your romantic attraction is like a light switch. For many people, it's either on or off, depending on the person or situation. But for Cade romantics, it's more like someone's messed with the wiring. It might flicker on briefly, glow faintly, or be so dim you're not even sure it's working at all. This flickering is often a reaction to past experiences, especially difficult or traumatic ones, that changed how they feel or think about romance. Simply put, Cade romantic individuals may feel and get some form of romantic feelings even after their trauma. The only problem would be the emotional serration or disconnection they'll feel. Sometimes the ideas of falling in love or romance might feel off-putting, scary, and stressful. If you love everything that
I truly believe this, and I am actually glad there is a title for this, because I feel like this is something that a lot of like maybe widows go through. And people are like, oh, you got to get over him one day. But, like, no, it's just in their brain. It's their chemistry.
Yeah.
I am sorry if you're Cade romantic. I hope your life is okay.
you've watched on this channel, then quickly head to our store to shop. For people who are gray romantics, attraction is like a very rare Pokemon.
We already learned about gray sexuals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was I here for this?
Yes. But you were getting prepped.
I was.
You were
getting
at
prepped, you're right.
job. You were at job.
Okay.
I was job.
Okay, so they have a different section for transgender. We'll get there. But there's one more romantic, and it's, I think, the one that us three weirdos might have a connection to.
Ooh. Type shit.
It's so romantic.
Favorite novel. Watching a movie.
Oh my god.
You're totally drawn to a
Fictional
character.
people.
They're perfect in all their fictional glory. They're adventurous, funny, mysterious, or all of the above. For fictoromantics, these fictional figures aren't just characters. They can inspire real
Nice to
feelings
meet
of
you.
romantic attraction.
I'm Doff.
It's not about not liking real people.
This is-
but
I'm
that
no longer on my
fictional
phone. I
world
can't
offers
bully the
something
Gangle
unique,
Plus.
a safe.
Go bullying Gangle.
A good example of
Right,
a
she is very
ficto
sweet.
romantic
I'm gonna-
is the dude that married Hatsune Miku.
Imaginative
Oh,
space
yeah,
for
literally.
romance
It's just
without
fucking real for
real-world
that.
complications. Basically, your
I'm
most
gonna beat
intense
Gangle
crushes
over my
tend to be on
microphone.
people who don't exist
No,
in real
stop
life.
beating
You
her.
find yourself
Okay,
daydreaming
fine, I'll
about being
fucking
with a character,
prop her up on this.
picturing what it'd be
Take
like to
care of
interact
her
with them
and
as
give
if
her
they were
love.
real. However, people who are
Ficto
Feed her
romantic
tease
her.
it.
romantic still end up in real
I am.
relationships.
I'm
It's just
thinking
that
about it.
for them, the fiction first attraction is something they really relate to. And the real people have to measure up to the flawless or sometimes tragically flawed characters in their hearts. Cisgender.
Okay, so now, so we've gone through sexualities and romantics. We are now into genders.
Okay.
Imagine the world of gender as a big old theme park where you get your ticket at birth. Your ticket would say, "Welcome to the boys
I love
zone," or
woke
"Welcome
land."
to the girls zone. Now, some people would look at their ticket and totally agree that the ticket fits and is as comfy as a pair of socks.
Yeah, I'm good
well,
with
this
my
is
ticket.
the very essence of being cisgender. It means that your gender identity, which is how you feel inside, matches the gender on your birth certificate. They're like a
Going to
penguin
woke
who's
world,
perfectly happy
Moe.
waddling around on the ice. The penguin has no desire to fly or live in a tropical paradise.
I'm
It's
okay
happy
with my
being
penguin
exactly
life.
what it is, a cool, ice-loving bird. It was born a penguin
Very
and
cool
identifies as a
Thank you.
penguin. Cisgender individuals are less
Cool
likely
penguin.
to experience gender dysphoria, which is the distress some people feel when their gender identity doesn't align with their assigned sex at birth. Some studies also suggest that about 99% of the population is cisgender. This makes the cisgender experience the most common gender experience, yet it's often taken for granted. Transgender.
Not just for granted, but gets very politicized and abused because some people will take that as, well, most of us are this, so you're the weird one. It's like, no, no one's weird. Everyone's different.
The Neanderthalic response of something being different as bad.
Yep. Anyway, the next one, we know no one that's this.
So, in the big old gender theme park, imagine if someone got a ticket for the boys zone, but as they wander around
Hey, Gur.
trying to
Hi,
get
Gur.
comfortable, they realize that this zone doesn't
Also,
really
hi, Gur.
We're learning about the different identity spectrums. We've done sexual, romantic, and now we're into genders. Come in. It's a fun topic.
I'm learning.
at all, or vice
I'm
versa.
learning.
Being transgender is like ordering pepperoni pizza, but when you take a bite, you realize you really wanted a veggie one.
Plug
You
me in the
switch it up to
chair.
get
I have to learn it.
If you're biologically born male, you might feel there was a mix-up at the factory and you were meant to be female. Your sex organ feels like the ultimate mismatched accessory, leading to discomfort or dysphoria. So, to fix what you consider an error, you could start dressing and acting more feminine to express yourself better with clothes and makeup. Some transgendered individuals use hormone therapy, which is like a medical makeover that lets them align with the physical traits of their gender identity. Or they might opt
perfectly
for
fine, by the way.
transitional surgery to
Say that with a clear voice.
It's perfectly fine to do this, by the way.
Amen.
If
get a more
you're a
permanent
consenting
look, making
adult,
them the best
you can
version
do whatever
of
you
themselves.
want to
The crazy
yourself.
thing about being
Amen,
transgendered
America.
is that some of them actually experience something called phantom limb sensations, similar to amputees. Even if they haven't undergone any transitional surgery, they might feel sensations or discomfort in the parts of their body they feel shouldn't be there.
I don't know about this,
Got it.
but like,
It's like their
Real
brain
odd.
is already wired for their true gender, but their body hasn't caught up yet. Gender queer.
Okay. So,
Fabulous.
all joking aside, what did you think by that terminology, Kinnie?
it was definitely mediocre. I mean, it's a good explanation.
Mediocre?
I'd say it could be better, but like the idea of transgender, I think he got it across pretty well.
The thing I find funny is he was very focused on trans women.
It is interesting. A lot of people do not like trans women because it's like, why do I want a man in my bathroom when it's not a man? If you're worried about being assaulted,
little
men won't do that. They will just do it.
It is.
They will not go through everything just to get into the bathroom.
This video is kind of gender for dummies. But hey,
Yeah.
we're dummies.
Every day
Exactly.
at work, I have to like routinely check the bathrooms, and I get so fucking paranoid when I do that.
It's okay.
Because I have to go to the girls' restrooms, and I don't want to hear what the old grandpa and grandma people will think when I do that.
Yeah, you young and I don't want to see you in this girl bedroom.
I'm doing my job. Also, you don't know me.
boy.
You don't know me. Maybe I see myself. Maybe I am this. You don't know me.
It's like, girly, I literally have to do this.
Yeah, it's your job.
Really,
Also,
this
it's
is
just
my
the ladies'
job.
restroom, and I have to clean up the garbage, and I don't want to see all that. It's scary.
Yeah, no. I've worked with places where I've cleaned public bathrooms. It's like, yeah, it's my job.
Yeah, it's already
Being
gross, and
genderqueer
then now there's just like bloody bits and shit. I don't like it.
So genderqueer.
Is like living in the Wild West. Most fun area of an amusement park where all the rides are unpredictable, the rules are flexible, and the possibilities are endless. Imagine
Toontown.
being at a buffet and creating your unique dish that isn't on the menu. If you identify as genderqueer, then you don't quite fit into the traditional boys zone or girls zone. Instead, you might find yourself exploring all the rides, mixing and matching, or even creating your unique attractions. It's like ordering pizza with every topping imaginable, because why limit yourself to just pepperoni or veggie supreme when you can have both and more? You could even add some pineapple on it. I'm just kidding. You totally reject being called a boy or a girl because it doesn't just fit into the freedom you feel. You would also use gender-neutral terms like they or them instead of the typical she or he. Sometimes you'd even come up with your own unique...
No one is a pineapple. No, if you're a genderqueer pineapple, you've gone too far.
Pronouns, usually called neopronouns, and it can be anything from zir to completely invented...
Now... Okay, can we pause with that? The neo-pronoun?
I forgot that Mango and Lucy and we're having fun with pineapple memes.
Oh my gosh. But specific neo-pronouns. Technically, anybody can go by neo-pronouns. Those are pronouns for yourself.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I do like that he brought them up at least in the video, but like they're not just for genderqueer people.
No. Also, he might talk about it, but the way he describes genderqueer sounds like another term for someone that doesn't see themselves as male or female, and I can't remember what the term is.
You mean non-binary?
There it is.
I'm pretty sure it falls under the non-binary umbrella.
Scratch.com.
Wouldn't it be the same, or is the difference that genderqueer does like outwardly do male or feminine looks, where non-binary might do like neutral? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm asking real questions.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
That reflect your personal identity.
Gangle is now in my microphone.
These are the people who refuse to be put inside a box. They smash the box and make tiny paper planes out of the pieces. Agender
resourceful.
people stroll into the gender buffet and say, "Gender? No thank you. Not for me." They experience no connection to traditional gender identities.
Hey, what gender are you? I'm a gender. I'm a gender.
Could you
I'm a gender.
bend cardboard into a plane like that?
Yeah. It'll take time, but yeah.
Being agender means
I feel
having
like I'll get
no
all, like,
internal
fucked
sense
and
of
shit.
gender identity. It's not about being neutral or partly male and partly female. It's about opting out of the whole gender game entirely. It's like being at a dinner party and refusing to eat anything because you brought your own snacks. If you identify as agender, you'll see gender as just a concept that doesn't truly exist and wouldn't want ever to be classified under any category. To you, there's nothing like being male or female.
This is why I
You are
say
just
that gender
human.
is a
You'd
social
also
construct. It does not fucking matter.
Yeah.
Gender is a social construct most of the time.
Yeah. I don't know
I just call-
how you would represent agender, but yeah.
I can probably look it up really quick. It's not a hard thing to look up because I've
I just
looked
call
it.
everyone dude and it just works.
The Merriam-Webster definition is of relating to or being a person who has an internal sense of being neither male nor female, nor some combination of male or female. They are just genderless, and that's it. They just have no gender.
I don't know. Like, I feel like when it comes to gender, a part of it is representation and like how you present yourself. How do you present?
So what if somebody doesn't want to represent themselves?
Well, that's what I mean. How does that person look?
They probably
Adam
just
Sandler.
don't represent themselves.
Okay, what I
They're
mean.
just a person with a gender.
Okay. Like, it's hard for me to explain what I'm trying to get at. Like fashion, or like their style, or like I don't know.
I don't
different
think. I
with
think they have.
everyone.
I think with the style thing is more of like they have their style. It does not tie to gender at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't tie to anything that's related to gender. They just have their style.
Okay.
It's more of like an aesthetic thing rather than they want it to be tied to their style. If we're thinking of it like that.
By the way, this is not me saying that agender doesn't exist. I totally believe it
No,
exists.
I
I'm
know
just
you-
trying to.
I'm
I'm just trying to
that.
figure out. Just trying to figure out how an agender person in the wild would look like.
Yeah, you don't need
refer to
to.
yourself
Somebody
as
could be
genderless or
agender.
gender.
But here's the thing: as you notice in the corner, that he has little pictures And that's what I'm trying to get at. Is like, is this agender or is it just non-binary?
No, agender does fall under non-binary and transgender umbrella, actually.
Okay.
Very interesting.
To be fair, this also just looks like a dude from Ottawa, but that's
They
Canadian.
would prefer pronouns like they, them, or theirs, or in some cases, they may prefer just to be referred to by just using their names. For instance, Emily will be talking to you about feedback from Emily's last seminar. Agender people also suffer from what is called gender fatigue, which is the exhaustion that comes from repeatedly explaining or defending their lack of gender identity. It's like being constantly asked to participate in a game you have no interest in. Gender fluid. Let's say you're...
Why is gender fluid angry?
You don't friggin' know. These are some fuck-ass drawings, dude.
Two-face shit.
Gender fluid's going to fuck some people up.
Gender fluid is a macho wrestler at night and just a normal person by day.
Type shit.
Or gender was a playlist on shuffle. One day it's all rock and roll.
I just know.
Next it's classical music, and
I have a gender fluid friend.
Of everything. If you are gender fluid, your gender identity will be constantly shifted.
Oh,
man. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't know where to go from that.
Maya's also gender fluid, I'm pretty sure.
It means you have no fixed gender, and you're flexible about the gender you choose to identify with. One day you might feel super masculine, rocking a power suit, and be ready to take on Mike Tyson in a boxing match. But the next day, you'd wake up feeling like a very fragile flower, rocking a really cutesy, feminine, and flowery dress, ready for your Prince Charming to come sweep you off your feet. Some days you might wake up not feeling like a girl or boy. They are totally fine with being addressed as him, her, she, he, or whatever. Non-binary.
Oh, that is Mango.
You know how sometimes when you go to your favorite restaurant, you can't seem to decide between a pizza and
how could I have not noticed?
Both instead? Well, this is exactly how non-binary people are, except they do it with genders instead.
How did I not remember?
To be a boy or girl, they decide to forget the whole identity and just
you have every right to like kill me.
That perfectly suits how they feel.
But you're so sweet.
Other
than
artist.
right
He
now.
all the colors in his box of crayons, so he smashes everything together to create the coolest rainbow color. Non-binary people have this flexibility with their gender and can get to choose any gender identity from demigender to gender fluid and even agender. There is no limitation to which identity they can choose to be. It's like having an all-access pass to a gender theme park where you can choose any ride. However, if the ride has the traditional male or female gender written on it, then a non-binary person is totally forbidden from entering. This means they can be anything aside from the traditional male and female gender. They go as far as changing the way they look, dress, and even their pronouns to they, them, just to show their displeasure and to prevent society from stuffing them into a particular gender box. Demigender. Demigender is like...
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know this one. I'm actually kind of intrigued.
Okay, demigender is really interesting. Basically, you go by she, they, or he, they.
Okay.
You have sort of like, I want to be presenting as male, but I don't want to be like physically kind of male, if that makes sense. Hold on, I could probably get a better one.
Would a lot of drag performers be, not all, but like a lot of them would be demigender?
Say so, technically. Okay. So demigender is an umbrella term for non-binary gender identities that have a partial connection to a certain gender. You know, like demi-girl, demi-boy, and then there's like other demis, like demi and binary, demi-fluid, demi-flux, and then it's also an identity within itself of people who feel connection with the concept of gender rather than certain genders.
Okay.
So I will be honest here, I am a transgender demi-boy. I like the concept with being, you know, a man. But like, you know, I can't really do anything, nor do I want to do anything.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
I guess I'm
Trying to
just
tell a
an
story
ordinary demigod. You're welcome.
I'm just an ordinary demigod. It's demigod.
I would like to see a demi-gender person do that song now.
Only have half the book, but
Just
it's the
an
most exciting
ordinary-
half.
let me-
It's a situation when someone feels a connection to a particular gender, but not the whole concept of it. So let's say your gender identity is in a pie.
When the nights
Now,
got
for
cold.
most people who were born genetically male, the whole pie would be labeled masculine. But for a demi-boy, most of the pie might still be masculine, but there would be a mystery slice of something entirely different. You can be demi
Yummy
anything,
boy
demi
pie.
boy, demi girl, or even demi-saurus. The
Yeah, sorry, I had a little bit of the
means your
boy
gender
pie.
identity is a mix and
What?
a half and half combo instead
Yeah,
of the
sorry, I ate
all-in-one
some of the
identity.
pie.
You'd have
And
one
it might have
share
been
the
really
boy.
great.
We gotta look at that
mix
again.
and a half and half combo instead of the all-in.
Why the tiny black mustache? Why? That was a bad choice.
This guy hates Chaplin.
This guy hates charity. Joking. That is an odd, small little black mustache.
Also, knowing who Adolf was romantically into was a blonde woman, this feels like what if Hitler wanted to become his wife?
Weird shit.
One identity. You'd have 1 foot in your assigned birth identity and 1 foot in the spectrum of every other gender identity. People
Demigender is hokey pokey. You put one
You
leg
do
in,
the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around.
now you
That's what
are a
I'm
boy.
all about.
This doctor is fucking weird.
That's how I lost my license.
who identify as demi-gendered often do so
Where
to
the
break
fuck
free
did my
from the
skeleton
cookie-cutter
go?
expectations of what a girl or a boy should be. It's a form of declaring independence from traditional gender roles, like saying, thanks, but I'll gender my own way. However, demi-gender people are often met with something
do my own
called
thing.
gender fog, which is this feeling you get like you're walking through a dense mist where your sense of gender is partly clouded,
Good game.
making it challenging to connect with any single identity fully. Pangender. If you've ever thought of what would happen when you mix every single color, shade, and hue in one painting, then no need to think any further because you'll be getting a pangender. This is because pangender is like the grand canvas of gender identities, and it contains many, if not all, genders. People identify with pronouns like they, them, or non-pronouns like ze, zer. They're able to appreciate
Not non-pronouns, neopronouns. Idiot.
I am Zezu.
I'm going to make a YouTube comment.
I'm Ger/Gim, bro.
I'm Gim/D. I'm Gimdly. Wait, no, Gimli? Gimli. I'm Gim/me.
Gwimbly. I'm Gwim/Blee. I'm Gwimbly.
No, I'm
I am
gimisexual.
sexual.
I
I
think
really
am,
want s'more.
I'm gimisexual. I believe that I am a dwarf that needs to go on a long fantasy journey.
I am Murder/Drone. You shall tell me as that.
I fucking love murder drones. I want them.
By the way, I will say I do love the pangender.
If you want, do you want to know you want to know the robot fucker one?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I'm waiting.
Hold on, you gotta give me a minute. I'm trying to find it because I saw it. I think I was on.
It's Daft Punk sexual.
Hold on, I accidentally clicked out of the fucking
I'm
thing.
about to go around the world on it.
Nah. I high-five Mango.
Real. Around the world.
Fucking robots round the world.
Yeah!
Jokes on you,
Tesla
chat.
needs to make the robots thicker.
Sexual. It refers to an individual attracted to humanoid robots or individuals cosplaying as robots, which is specifically with only humanoid, but there's also robosexuality, which is
Oh yeah.
or technosexual is a person who is sexually attracted to machines such as cyborgs, androids, gynoids, droids, robots, and automatons.
Wouldn't that just be a subsection of
Why do they call it that?
object
Did I call a
sexual?
man a booty?
Why do they call her that? You call her booty. Wow.
I'm Rodney Big Bottom.
Bottom.
A normal
Rodney
stereotypes.
Big
Sometimes
Bottom.
it could mean feeling
What a
connected to
name.
multiple genders simultaneously, while for others, it's about moving fluidly between genders depending on the day or context. Noutois. Now imagine you're in a
They're French. Kick them.
world filled
The
with
fuck
colorful
Big
worlds.
Web was on
While some
about.
people are comfortable in the
curious to
bright
look
blue
up.
light of masculinity or the warm pink light of femininity, people who identify as Noutois prefer the cool, serene white light right in the middle. They are gender-neutral people who feel like they do not fit into the traditional categories of male or female.
Non-binary.
Although some might feel a hint of connection to both masculinity
Yes,
and
it is under the
femininity,
non-binary
it's
and
not enough to
transgender
identify
umbrella.
as either. It's like having a pinch of salt and a dash of pepper, but no need for the full spice rack. Noutois prefer non-pronouns such as ze here
Neopronouns!
or them, or whatever pronoun they think would fit them the best at the present moment. They basically want to enjoy life as they are, free from the segregation and societal pressure of what men or women can or can't do. It's like saying, I'll take my gender without the side of stereotypes, thank you very much. Gender flux. Gender flux is like your feelings are on a light controlled by a dimmer
Incoming
switch.
at break.
Turning it up makes you feel more connected to a particular gender, while turning it down weakens that connection. It's like having a mood ring for your gender, and every day is a surprise.
It's like going back to
Imagine
the
this.
future.
Some days you wake up feeling
Makes
like
sense.
a neon sign, bright and bold, and other days you're more of a nightlight, subtle and soft. Gender flux is all about using that dimmer switch throughout your life, adjusting the intensity of your gender feelings. Being gender flux is all about
Passive.
experiencing your gender.
How do you? What's the
How do
difference?
you?
What's the difference between a gender flux and
In a gender fluid person?
yes?
Okay. Now, what I'm getting at with this video is that it doesn't matter what gender you are. Like, you could be non-binary, you could be woman, you could be man, whatever. Basically, what it's trying to say is that you feel like this sometimes, like at a full thing, but then, there's other times where you feel like, oh, it's not that strong today. That's what it's kind of saying. But hold on, I'm getting the actual one up right now. The actual, wiki.
It
This
feels like
Saturn energy is fucking up my day.
So, gender flux is a gender identity that varies intensity over time. It can be included under gender fluid umbrella as well as the non-binary and trans umbrellas. Some people conceptualize gender flux as being fluid between an agender identity and one or more other gender identities. Another way to conceptualize it is by imagining the intensity of one or more gender identities as ranging from 0 to 100%. One gender flux person described it as thus: the idea is that my gender, and by extension my presentation, is sometimes a really, really loud version of itself, and sometimes it's quiet, but it's always there.
okay. I can understand the difference between flux and fluid.
Yeah.
Okay.
On a spectrum that fluctuates, sometimes intensely, sometimes gently. Basically, if you identify as gender flux, you'll constantly experience an ever-changing nature of your gender identity. These changes can happen frequently or infrequently, and they can also be gradual or sudden. One day you might feel strongly connected to a masculine identity and dress in a sharp suit, he, him. The next day, you feel more neutral and wear a comfy casual outfit, they, them. Another day, they might feel a stronger connection to femininity and choose a flowery dress, she, her. It's not restricted to just the binary genders. It can be experienced alongside other identities like demi-boy or demi-girl. It's like having a Netflix library of gender identities. You can pick and mix based on your mood.
And just like Netflix, nothing ever good is on.
And just like Netflix, I wish there were more episodes of Dead End Paranormal Park, the fucking queer one.
Just like Netflix, they stopped giving fundings after season 1.
Ever since there was a character named Mr. Fingers, they were like, yeah, we're stopping it.
What?
You no longer can be that gender. That's cut off from you. We put the money to season 7.
I give bets to this gender today.
It can be quite overwhelming to live in a world with so many gender identities, but by joining our Discord server today, you will find the most comfortable place to be yourself and still get all the information and entertainment you need. Bigender. Imagine you're in your walk-in closet eyeing that perfect blue shirt to match your shoes and bag when your eye suddenly catches the pink shirt in the corner. Now you're stuck because you know both would look fantastic on you. So you grab a pair of scissors and cut up the blue and pink shirt and create an entirely new outfit, which means you can now wear both colors simultaneously. This is exactly how it is with bigender people. They experience...
So where non-binary doesn't really try to look either one, or bigender wants both to be represented.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 or more distinct genders simultaneously, or switch between them. They might identify strongly with both masculinity and femininity, or mix it up with something else entirely. It's like being at a talent show where someone can perform as both a rock star and a classical pianist. They've got the best of both worlds and can switch between them.
Hannah Montana's bigender confirmed.
Whenever they want. Bigender people might use different pronouns depending on which gender they're feeling at the time. He, she, or even a mix. It's like having a business card that flips to show different titles. Today I'm insert gender here. Androgynous. And the world of
that picture, you go from bigender to androgynous, it's like, I love life.
Cash or select
I hate you.
type.
it goes to Wednesday Addams.
Androgyny, gender norms are as outdated as the button phone, and everyone is free to be whoever they want to be, without having to choose a side. Imagine a land where skirts and ties coexist peacefully in the same closet. That's the essence of being androgynous. Androgynous individuals blend characteristics typically associated with both male and female genders, creating a delightful mix that leaves you guessing, like a surprise in every cereal box. They say variety is the spice of life, and these guys are spicier than your hot chili sauce. Just like a special limited edition perfume, an androgynous person is what you get when you mash up the attributes of a binary male and female or non-binary together. Think of it as a gender smoothie. Man, part woman, and all deliciously unique.
Welcome Vancouver community, Mieta.
1 second. You
Somebody
are
follow.
a pirate! Hey, Vancouver
Takes a
community
drink of my
meetups. Thank you for
queer
following.
smoothie.
Thank you for becoming a
Yar
part of the show,
har.
part of the crew. I will be
I'm on a
coming.
boat.
I will be coming soon. I just want to finish this video. That's the surprise. Is
Welcome Vancouver community,
I'm
Mieta.
going to go hang out with other streamers that are Vancouver local. But first, we're learning about genders.
You'd also express yourself through
Yar har.
fashion and dress up. One day, it's a sharp suit that would make James Bond envious, and the next, it's a flowy dress that could make Cinderella do a double take. Another day, they could switch things up by rocking a tutu and a tux. If you tell them pink is for girls and blue is for boys, they'll mix the blue and pink to create the perfect shade of eye.
So
Don't give a fuck.
So they're trying to think of the word. They're hipster gendered. Well, I don't like what everyone else tells me to be. I want to do the opposite.
I want to do what I want to do.
Expressing themselves in whatever way
I'm hipster androgynous.
they deem fit. Gender mask.
Gigantomoris.
Gender mask describes.
Why is gender mass so angry?
Okay, that doesn't look entirely right. It's not gender mask because that flag is the trans mask flag, actually.
Let's see what they say.
Describes someone who vibes with masculinity but isn't exactly the poster child for tuxedos and cufflinks. They embrace traditional
Now, there is a
masculine
difference
traits,
between
but aren't afraid
trans
to
mask and
jazz things up a
transgender.
bit, adding a pinch of
Okay.
spice
Let's
and a
look
whole
up
lot of
because
imagination.
trans
While they
mask
lean
is
into
more
the
non-binary leaning, while transgender is more binary leaning.
And
in the
you-
sense.
And you represent transgender mask?
I am transgender because I would like to be presented more as the binary,
Okay.
but also I am, still sort of non-binary, if that makes sense.
Okay. No, it
Does
does.
that make more sense?
I think it makes sense.
masculine side of
Yeah.
life, it doesn't necessarily mean they're signing up for Team Binary Man. Their brand
Yeah,
of masculinity
exactly.
might blend with other elements like femininity, like a big burly man rocking glittery painted nails and a little bit of makeup. They
Oh,
often
by the
refer to
way.
themselves as
Wait, are you saying that is what you're doing right now?
These are basically like, I want to say like butch lesbians, technically.
I love that.
Soft boys, a term they use to capture their blend of gentle, nurturing.
Wait, soft boys is gender mass? I thought they were just twinks.
Well, yeah, that technically counts.
Hey, Mango,
What?
are you a soft boy?
Definitely.
First of all, crazy fucking thing to ask me. Second of all, we discussed this 5 minutes ago.
I know. You are.
You are gender fluid.
Thank you. Gender fluid.
I'm smart? Yeah, I know.
I'm so proud of it. You got it. Take 2.
You're that one. You're gender fluid.
You're that one. You're all of them. And I love you no matter what.
Even though he doesn't know who you are.
Also use they.
He'll never know.
Okay, now we know romantics, sexuals, and genders. I'm gonna probably forget a lot of them.
Octavia, that's a video.
So sadly, I gotta go.
Aww.
I am sorry.
Bye.
I am sorry. Yeah, we'll watch it next time. But yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go hang out with other Vancouver streamers.
How
Okay,
thoughtful.
bye-bye.
Bye.